funny. It's crazy that you're asking me this because it gets pretty deep.
Go
It's a
ahead.
little
Go
bit of
ahead.
a story, but back in middle school, I was getting bullied a lot, and my cousin had peeped everything that was going on, and he was the one that got me into rapping. You know, he would see people pick on me and things like that, and he got me to write down in a journal, and I started rapping in front of the crowd. Cool, cool, cool. And because of that, a lot more people were focused on me. And of course, the wrong people started to put a focus on me, what led me into, selling drugs and stuff like that and skipping school. And I just went the wrong path. It started like into seventh grade, eighth grade. And then I kept doing it in the ninth grade when I moved to high school. And there was a theater teacher that was like peeping, the things that I was doing, but she saw so much potential in me.
Yeah.
And I would skip school. She would catch me, doing transactions and stuff like that. And she used to pull me over to the side, and she would say like, "You're not a thug. You have a future." And I felt like that was just so disrespectful, right? And I shoo her off and things like that.
At the time.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I was just, cause she was white. Like no offense, but she was a white
Mm,
woman, and I'm a black kid, so I'm like, what?
yeah.
But towards the end, like my ninth grade year ending, they told me I wasn't gonna go to the next grade unless I passed at least one class. And so the easiest class to pass was theater. So I tried to talk to her, and so she was like, she didn't say nothing. Like she just kept a straight face, and she was like, "I'll see." And so I was like, man, like I just kind of like washed my hands with it, didn't care. She started seeing me like mess around in class. So this time, instead of pulling me to the side, she made me go in the front of the class and tell everybody, "I'm not a thug, I have a future." I used to hate that, bro. Like I used to hate it. And so she could see it was growing anger in me. And so like one day I kind of snapped and I was like, "Are you gonna pass me, or like are you just trying to humiliate me?"
Hmm.
And then she just like she didn't show any emotions, and she was like, "We have auditions. Come after school and we'll talk about it." So I was like, "Okay." She handed me a script. She was like, "You're gonna do the audition." So I was just like, she got me doing a runaround, but I still came and I had to do the audition. And the next day they told me I made, varsity theater is what it was, but it's
Hmm.
called productions. And because I made it, she gave me hundreds for everything.
Golly.
And so I was like, what the heck? But I'm just thinking like, I passed,
Yeah.
didn't stop doing
Yeah.
anything, kept doing everything that I was doing, hanging around the people I was hanging around. And the following year, uh, 10th grade, when I went to the first practice, she quit. And I was just like, why would she do that? Like, why would you make me audition for a team
Yeah.
that you're not going to be the coach for? And it ended up being this big white man. Like, imagine a white cop. That's exactly how, like, white
Okay.
cop slash
Yeah.
Santa Claus. That's
Okay.
exactly how he looked. And it was a whole bunch of kids in the on the team that they were just so happy go lucky, just theater kids, what you imagine.
Mm.
And it was so annoying. I hated it. And I didn't talk to anybody. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to doing what I know. Stay in the back of the class and whatever. And one day I went to school. They told us we were gonna go travel, go to like different states or different cities and stuff, and skip school. And I was before theater, and I was
Mm.
like, oh yeah, I'm in there. Like,
Yeah.
I got y'all. Now we're gonna party, And I started making friends. Everything was cool. I started to become a little bit close with the new theater coach. And then right when I hit that high, and I was like, life's good. I got money in my pocket because, of course, I still was doing that. And I'm not going to school like I like. And I was just having a good time. One day, my mom went through my backpack, found everything. And she tried to call my father, but my father wasn't really around like that.
Yeah.
And so he tried to scare me, but that didn't do nothing. And she kind of saw that. She was like, all right, bet. So she went to my theater coach, told him everything I didn't know. And so like one day I went to practice, and he told everybody, he was like, get out the office. So I started to leave, and he was like, you stay. I was like, what? So I got my backpack on, just chilling, like, what's up?
Yeah.
And he was like, do me a favor, put that backpack down. And I was like, nah. And he was like, I know exactly what's in your backpack. And he literally, like, inventory, told me everything, like what everything was, where it was, what pocket I kept it in, how much money I had, everything. And I'm looking at him like, what the heck? Like, what's going on? And he was like, you don't have anything to say? And I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, and mind you, my school had police officers. Like, we were one of those schools. And so he was like, if you don't put that backpack down and leave, I will call the cops and let them know that, you know, you need to be taken, escorted out of here, because I don't have criminals on my team. And I was like, I was standing there just in awe, because of course what I had, I needed to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
But was I gonna lose my freedom for it at a young age? Like, it's so crazy. So I was really like stuck at a crossroad. And I could tell, like, I saw like real anger in this man's eyes, but at the same time, I could tell the anger was like a dad anger. Like, it wasn't like, you're judging me, you know? And so I kind of just like let my guard down, and I threw the backpack, and he doesn't know, but I left crying. Like, got teary eyed and everything. And ever since then, he pulled me to the side, and he would say, thank you. He was like, now these next few years, I'll show you why that was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. And I trusted him. Still, like, after that, so that was like 10th grade, 10th and 11th grade, I was still like not knowing what I was doing. They really used me for sound effects. I did like the theater sounds and stuff like that, because I was the only one that knew how to do the recordings and the special effects. But my senior year, I did one of our speech and debate competitions for a poetry round. Oh, sorry, not a poetry round. It was a duo round. And I was playing a middle-aged white country woman. And I'm thinking it's just a regular competition. It was like state or whatever. And we did pretty good, me and the girl that I was doing the duo with. And as soon as I walked out, everybody got excited. Like, yeah, we about to go eat. We were doing this, da 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 da. And another man came up to me and was like, where are you going for college? And I was like, huh? Like, at that time, I was kind of done with school. Of course, I've said how many times I skipped. I just wanted to be done with it. And he was like, have you ever heard of the Great Debaters? And I was like, yeah, like Denzel Washington. And he was like, you want to be on that team? I thought he was just like filled with bullshit. I was like, man, get out of here, whatever. And he was like, who's your coach? So I pointed him out. And he was like, I'm gonna go talk to him. But if you wanna do that, let me know. So he talked to him, got all of his information, and my coach at the time, Mr. He looked everything up, and he was like, this is legit. He was like, this is legit. You should do this. He was like, nobody in our school district has ever gotten a full ride scholarship to go to college through acting. Yeah. He was like, you would be the first. So do it. And I was like, I was still kind of playing tug of war, because I really wasn't fond of school, but everybody around me was like, why is this not that great to you? Like, why are you not ecstatic about it? And so I was like, man, maybe I'm missing something. So I just ended up going.